Hello, this is DragonTank 1400 here, and this is DragonTank Plays Modded Minecraft. So as you see, we're looking at my first project, the first major project of this world. I started it before I started recording. The only other thing I built was that little building there, and I'm still gonna keep that and change it, but this is like the first mega project I built. And it's finally finished, as you can see from the title. Finally, I think this is episode 31, and I started building it before, so it probably took me about 7-8 months or something. Anyway, this is the biggest project I ever finished, probably ever even started. Actually, there's some bigger projects I started in the creative world, but in survival, this is definitely the biggest project I ever built. It's pretty impressive. Obviously, this is just the upper portion of the laboratory, and we have the lower portion. And so, the only thing there's a few things that are technically not done with it, but I'm going to consider it finished because I'm subject to change things when a project's finished. I mean, it's my project. A few things I might change. Let me actually lower. I'll keep the rendered instance up right now. I'm getting kind of bad frames. But these torches here, I got to do something with that. These torches here on the entranceway is good. So, as you can see, there's, if you've been watching my previous episodes, you know that there's stairs right here. Now, there's no way to turn it on or off from here, but I'll just like go down, just turn back to 1, and basically this lever right here controls that set of stairs, and yeah, it's kind of hard to. And the other lever, oh man, I'm in bad frames. Let me actually turn down the render distance back to 6. Had to turn it up for that picture I was getting at the beginning shot there. So, and then this one controls that other one. When I'm down here, I like to turn it off. Sometimes I teleport in here and I just use the staff of the traveling to get in. If I leave here on foot, I just leave one of them open. It's really no big deal. I was going to add another one of white here. I may do that, may not. We'll have to see. Probably it might happen, but this for now, this project's definitely finished. For this room, I removed this junk that was here. Added those. I did all the elevator tracks down to all the lower rooms. Added these here because there are spawnable spaces here. Now there's a couple spawnable spaces. If I go to F7 here, F7 is a feature in, I don't know what mod it is, but it's in this mod pack. It shows spawnable spaces. Yellow means it spawns at night. Red means it can spawn even during the day. So each one of these, there's a yellow spot. Doesn't concern me much. I don't think mobs are, maybe when I'm down here they might fall down on me, but I doubt it just because of their AI. Now there's a couple more spawnable spaces in the stairs. There's like one spawnable spot in the stairs, and then on top of on top of the laboratory and stuff there's spawnable spaces, but that's fine. A little I have mob griefing turned off, so it's really no big deal. And I'm so overpowered right now, So, let me show you. I'll start with the bottom here. Now, I showed this in 2 episodes ago. It took me a while to finish. This is the thing that took me the room that took me the longest to finish was the railcraft room. I'm really happy with it. Really happy with these lines here. Now these tunnels are going to as I said, they are part of the laboratory, but they're going to be part of all my other bigger projects as well, because they're going to lead to it. So each one of these tunnels is like a project in itself. So I'm not considering that part of the laboratory. Right here, I haven't talked. Right here, haven't talked about the subscriber tunnel. I only had 4 subscribers. What I might do is, when I work on this, I might just put these pedestals here without like the sign or the manulian block, and when I get a subscriber, I'll put the manulian block in the sign. So, and I think about spreading this out a little bit. I'll have to work on that when I want to. This is distilled redstone, and this will give off a signal if it's connected to it, which is pretty cool. So each one of these rooms took a while, and I showed you that in 2 episodes, so I won't go into detail about that right now. So let's go back up, and what room should I do next? I guess I'll just go in a circle. Lag. So I'll go to this is the Tinker's room, Tinker's construct room. This room was basically done. I finished this like before. I just added these lights right here because it was dark and you kind of needed it. And I changed. Oops, getting turned around. Sometimes the lag is really a problem. So a thing I changed was this right here. Instead of running it on a timer, I did the whole comparator, and I tried this before and it wasn't working because I was using the Project Red oil alloy stuff, and the reason that wasn't working is because I don't think that like loses strength. I know it doesn't lose strength as fast. It might lose strength eventually, but how comparator clocks work is that this signal has to be weaker than the signal that gets in there. So yeah, so I had to change that up, use regular redstone, which is fine and dandy. So that's the finished project, finished Tinker's room. I showed this before a long time ago, but wasn't completely finished. Looks pretty nice. I personally like it a lot. Okay, now let's check the next room. Next room is going to be this one right here. This is the, what's it called? The portal room. Yeah, the nether portal room. You see a lag there almost every time, particularly when I'm recording. All that I did here was add these torches instead of the regular ones, and then finished up the purple lamps. Purple goes with the portal, and I guess it sort of goes with that. Let me sleep. Oh yeah, don't have to sleep. I thought it was like raining. Now there is the Endurium. Sorry, I still got this cold. But there's this Endurium behind it. So I like to just go in the portal. I won't go into there because that would cause lag, but I really like how this room turned out. I think this is an epic shot. If you're like right here and you're going through it, you kind of, I don't know, it just creates this cinematic shot. Let's try it with zoomed in a little. See how this is? Oh no, that looks horrible. Yeah, it looks a lot better. You probably have to zoom out a little bit more. Probably have to make this a lot longer for it to really work out really well. So let's go on to the next room. Now, Yeah, that usually happens. Get out of the cart, teleport. Usually, a lot of times it teleports me inside the box, which kind of suck. But we got the staff of traveling for that. And my voice. Hold on, I'm gonna make a cut here. Sorry about that. My voice was really bad, and it still is, but I just needed a little bit of water there. So this room I didn't do much. I extended the path where these were because it looks kind of weird just floating on there. Added some blue lamps to go with the whole water theme, and I think all the torches are removed. Oh, these aren't. I don't know why. Must have forgot about that. Let's just check that there's no spawnable spots, and there's not. Added a light here. Needed it for that spot, I believe. Looks pretty good. Add some lights here. I really like the look of this, and I can extend this out when I want to. Let's collect this stuff because I'm really never down here. Let's get some sand going. Oh, and I did forget about this, but I added all these shelves here and stuff. So here's like that's the ancient sand. Sorry, here's the sand. I just need. I got sand. Okay. Oops. Okay, I just gotta put these away really fast. Doom. That's all of them, I believe, right? Yeah, that's all of them. I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3. Just yeah, whatever. Let's go back up here, and the water current's kinda a little bit annoying. Okay, all those are filled. Oh, except for this one for whatever reason. You gotta be kidding me. That sucks. Well, you know what they say, sand is sand. Okay, now let's just have a look at this. I am getting kind of a little long on time here already, but let's just take a look at this a little bit, see how it looks from different angles. I really like like I said, I really like this. And let's see if I can do this. Okay. Yeah, this episode isn't going to be probably the best because of my voice, but it is what it is. Now let's get F1. Let's sleep for a little bit. Make sure there's no spawns anywhere. Any monsters. Oh, there's a... Ha! I didn't even notice that. The blood moon was rising. Go figure, right? So... the next one, actually no, that was the last one there. Now I just got to show off all the, look at that lag. I'm jumping around. Hopefully there's no monsters anywhere. If there is, I'm sure to take care of them. Alright, so this, all that I changed was just some of these torches around it. Looks pretty good. Really like the look of the glass going through, and you see the bottom there. Really like that. Oh, last thing, I do have to add a door there. I will do that off camera. No big deal. This room was already done. Really no changes to it, except I filled. There were some chests outside, and I filled with the Minecam stuff, and I just filled the chest with it. So I did add these torches here instead of the other ones. There is one spawnable spot. Yeah, I added some torches down there too. This room didn't change. I mean, there were some torches, but that's it. And then if we go up here, this is, I believe, the liquid storage, which hasn't changed. I just pretty much added the torches here. The only room I really changed was the last room. This I really like. These are different torches from custom NPCs, and I got them on a tilt because I basically went like this. If you go straight on, it'll be straight and it doesn't look as good. So the next part is, yeah, I didn't do anything with this Ender IO. Then thermal, the only thing I did here was added the cable, the power cable. And then the last room here is this. I added all these, and then I crafted a few more of these. Basically how this is going to go, I'm going to put in here for power, and then I'm going to stack them up here. I made 4 more, but I keep using more, so I'm just going to create them as I go. And I guess once they get stacked, they shouldn't get stacked up all the way. I mean, I want them stacked up, but that should be enough. I mean, that's 10 of those energy cells, so it should be more than enough. Okay, so I'm going to make a cut here and do the passage of the day. See you in a sec. And Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him, saying, I will be clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. This really shows that Jesus, part of the reason why he came was to heal us, but more than just heal us of our physical illness, to heal of us of our sins, really. And he did that on the cross. He healed us of all our sins. And Jesus healing this man that had leprosy, I'm not exactly sure how bad leprosy was. I kind of just read about the cleansing process of the law. That's in the law. That's in Leviticus. I'm kind of in Leviticus right now, and it seemed that leprosy was very, very unclean. Very, what's the word I'm looking for? It was just a very bad disease. That if it got on your clothes, you had to wash them. If they stayed, you kind of had to like burn them or something. Leprosy could be in a house, and if it wasn't cleansed, you had to like tear down the house. Leprosy is kind of bad. But sorry, but this really does show that Jesus does care for even those who are sick, who are hurting, who basically the lowest of the low, because people with leprosy were basically shunned back then. They were you don't want to get in contact with them. If you're in contact with them, when you're unclean to the end of the day, you have to wash yourself and wash your clothes and everything. So in this thing that Jesus willingly just touched his hand, knowing that with the culture you were going to be unclean, Jesus himself never actually is unclean. He is holy. So basically, when Jesus touched the person with leprosy, who was unclean, who had this disease, Jesus was kind of like spreading out his own holiness to this man, his cleanliness to this man, and it cleansed him, and it cured him of his leprosy. Jesus can work miracles like that all the time, and even today, like, God has the power. All power rests under the feet of Jesus. So God has the power to heal us of our wounds, of our illnesses, and stuff like that. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't, and I, for one, know just from my own experience. If you give me someone else's experience, well, why this? Well, I don't have enough. For one, I don't have enough information. For two, I'm not God. I don't know the future. But I know for me that in my past with my illnesses, that God really used that to grow me closer to Him, to really instill my faith. Like, I would probably be dead without I would be dead without God. And now it's like no different. Like, I don't know what the future holds. Why I'm like sick right now. I've been sick for a while, but I trust God, and I trust that there's a reason for this. Like, God has a reason for this. I might not know it. I might not figure it out what it is until I'm with Him, and He's like, oh, this, and this. Kind of like Job. Job didn't really figure out why he suffered all this stuff until he was with God in heaven, and the book of Job was written that helped out. Who knows how? Only God knows really how many people that it really helped out. I know it helped me out personally. So basically what I'm saying. All right. Well, I don't know how to wrap that up, so I'm just gonna say thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. See you guys in the next one. Bye.